friends, I'm Beatriz, your host here on Beatriz Book Nook, and you might be thinking, what is she holding in her hands? So I thought it was finally time for me to do a book haul for you, and because I just have no self-control when it comes to buying books, I have this pile here that was on my other shelf, but I still have to take the books out from this one. So I'm going to be talking about this pile first, and then I'm going to go on to the ones on my fantasy shelf, because I think I have about more than 10 books maybe in here, so I think it's finally time for a new book haul. So let's talk about the books that I have been buying recently, because I am excited to show them to you. You already know, the space is empty. I'm going to be piling up books in here. Let's just hope that the shelf does not creak or does not break. But let's talk about the first book. I think this is the one that I have the oldest in here, that I haven't said to anyone that I have, but I got the Handmade by Frida McFadden a few months ago. I haven't read it yet, but I'm quite excited. I hear a lot of good things about this book, and I really want to pick it up because I really want to read it, but I haven't yet. So I got the Portuguese version. I have seen a few mixed opinions about the last book onto this series, but I want to give it a try. So I think this is the first one that is going onto the pile, so hoping that the shelf does not creak. The next one, and most of these first ones are going to be my horror slash mystery slash thriller books, because I have been on the hunt for more thriller horror books. So you probably know this one, and this is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. This was a book that I got, too expensive for what it is, and I am afraid the edges look like they are deckled edges because they are very imperfect, but I also feel like I got ripped off onto buying this book because I feel like it was not worth the money that I paid for it. But I'm excited because I really enjoy horror and mystery books where it involves a house, and this one it says on the back of the book, "Welcome to the opening weekend of the manor, a luxury resort built on top of old secrets in an ancient forest." And this just sounds very interesting to me. I have heard really nice things about it, so this one is another one that got put onto my shelves because I had to, and I love this cover. The orange one is ugly, so I just paid half of my kidney for it. Before I show you the book, this one is also onto the pile. The next one, again, following the horror, thriller, mystery mood, we have Burer Gaze by Chuck Tingle. I have heard good things about it. One of my really nice friends here on Booktube really enjoyed it. I got excited because I have not picked up a book where I fully enjoyed it, where it was almost mixed media, and I think this one is. But also I really enjoyed when I read the back blurb. I enjoyed the fact that this was almost like acting inspired, Hollywood inspired. So I enjoyed this one, at least in the back blurb, and I want to see where it goes. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. What have you read Burer Gaze, and if you did, what was your thoughts on it? The next one, it is a horror that was recommended to me because this is a simple one. It's actually a quite small book, and then we have You Are Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kailyn Barron. I have wanted to read a book from Kailyn Barron for quite some time now, which is Cinderella's Death. But this one was recommended to me by Laura from the book Hermit. They really enjoyed this book. They thought it was going to be an amazing introduction for my journey into horror and thrillers and mysteries and all of that, and I think this one sounds amazing because this happens in like a summer camp, some sort of thing like that. So I really want to know where this is going, and it's such a small book, so I feel like why not give it a try. So another one onto the pile and another one onto my shelves, and there you go. The next one is also, I think this is my last horror that I bought recently, and this is going to be one that was recommended to me by Danny over on Danny Dabbles. Danny and Leandra, but especially Danny, they are the ones that I go more often to get horror and thriller recommendations because they do read that genre a lot more than what I do. But I got City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaeffer. I really love this cover. I really enjoyed the fact that this was in this world you basically turn into your worst nightmare, and our main character is either trying to escape it or she's trying to prove something. I don't know, but I'm excited. I really want to read it and I want to know more because I have heard that this has spiders and I am afraid of spiders. So let's see how this one goes. And I hope I enjoy it because I know the second one is either coming out recently or just came out recently or is coming out. So another one onto the pile because I have no self-control. We have finished all of our horror, our different genres, so now let's enter into fantasy because there are a few in here, and the first one that I want to talk about is a book that is by a Portuguese author, and that one is Aquaria P. This is by MD Ferry. She is a Portuguese author, so sadly the book is not yet translated into English, but I really like this series. I think I gave the first book a 4-star. This is the second book. It just came out this year, and one day when I was at the supermarket I saw it and I thought, why not? So I got it. Basically we are following our main character Era, and she discovered that there is a full-on city underwater and her grandpa was involved with that city. And now she has to deal with the struggles that that city is going through. I don't know much about this book in specifically, so I am just going with the flow and hope that this lives up to the expectations of the first one and that I am able to enjoy this series because I really like it and I want to support Portuguese authors and Portuguese publishers. So this is one of them. The last one that was on to my other shelf is going to be, I'm going to be truly honest, I don't know the name of this book in English. And I don't think that it says, wait a second, it might say, okay, yes, it says here. So the next one that I got is The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. I have had this series on my shelves for so long. I think this was one of the series that introduced me to fantasy and that I have been reading for so long. I remember how I got the second book, which is, I don't remember the name, but the second book was actually a gift for my friend on one of my birthdays, but since then I haven't gotten the opportunity to pick up the last and third book, and I really wanted, and then I saw a promotion and I thought, why not? So I got it, it's in my hands, I just have to read it now, which will take a little longer because this is a chunky one, and I don't know how I feel because I should reread the rest of the series to better understand this one because it has been so long. So I might do that before I go to this one, but that will take a while. I don't know, friends. I actually don't know. Before I forget again, another book into the pile. Now, although I do get most of my books on a whim, this one was one that I truly got just because, and I haven't gotten into it, and it is A Marvelous Night by Freya Marsk. I haven't read this book, I really don't know a lot about it. Someone recommended it to me and I thought, why not? And that is what I did. I bought it and I haven't read it. So it's another one into my pile, another one that I have to read and that I will be reading because I really like the book. I like the cover and I think, I don't know, I don't remember a lot of it, so I want to know if I will like it. This is the only reason for this one. So it's going into the pile. We have it there, it's done, it's in my hand, so let's get on to the next ones. The next one is a book that I have been wanting to get for quite some time now. I haven't, but finally I made the purchase and I finally got The Dragon Republic by R.F. Hwang. This is the second book on the Poppy Wars trilogy. I loved the first one. I know it's not for everyone, but the first book was really enjoyable for me. I basically binge read it, and this is almost double the book. So I don't know how this one will go, so let's see. And I just hope that this lives up to what I want from this book, because I will be heartbroken if this doesn't live up to it. So I got it. Basically, I have been wanting to get it for more than a year now, and finally I got it, got my hands on it, and it's in my shelves. And it's going into the whole pile because it lives with us now. Last but definitely not least, we have these 5 book pile. This is the hardcovers that I got recently. I don't have many hardcovers, but I want to start purchasing more, and also special editions. But I can say 4 of these books are actually in secondhand. I got some really nice deals onto Vinted, which I am so happy, because I wouldn't have even gotten the opportunity to get these books and to get these ones if it wasn't for Vinted. The other one though, I got it, it was in promotion, and that is the only reason that I got it, because if it wasn't I wouldn't have. But I also don't know if I will get the last ones with the hardback, because this is my favorite book of the series. But before I keep on rambling, let me put this down and let's talk about the books. You have seen it, this one is on display on all my videos, and this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I got the special edition for Fourth Wing with the black sprayed edges and the additional chapters from Zayden's POV. This is honestly my most expensive book at the moment, and I just love it so much. I am so happy that I was able to get it and that I made the purchase, because this is definitely a book that brings me so much joy every time I look at my shelves and see this one in here and on display. So instead of going into the pile, it is going back to its place, because there is where I love to see it. But this is a book that I got recently and I just wanted to share it with you. It's on its spot now, so let's talk about the next one. These last ones are all of the books that I got secondhand, which is amazing. This first one is a book that I have been wanting to get, and it is one of my most anticipated books for 2024, and I finally got it, and it is A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. I really want to get to this one. This sounded amazing to me, especially with it having to do with fashion and seamstresses and all of that. So that is the main reason why I really wanted to know and to read this book, but I haven't yet gotten into it. And look at this cover. Wouldn't you have gotten it if it was you? Because definitely I think also this cover, so worth it. It's so worth it. So this is another one that I got. Luckily it was secondhand, because I wouldn't have had the possibility to get this cover, especially like at normal price. So it goes into the pile. I am afraid we will soon have too many books into the pile, because the next one It's a chunky one. It's my new weapon, and I have this one because I don't know why, I just simply got obsessed with wanting this book and wanting to read it, and I just made the deal and got it, purchased it second hand. It was at a nice deal and I got the Priory of the Orange Tree in hardback. This is a break, guys. This is... I need a breath of air to be able to... yeah, I got it. It's in my hands. I am not ashamed. I just know that this will take me really long to get to, but let's see what I can do with it, because it's in my shelves. I have to read it. I will read it. So let's hope that is soon. Now, okay, to make space, do we want to put it here? I think that is okay. The last two will go onto the sides. They are not so big. The next one is actually a book that I'm currently reading, which I am so happy that I made the purchase. I'm really liking it. I'm having the best fun to read it, especially with the Aladdin vibes that this book gives. And this is The Stardust Thief by Chealse Abdullah. I am really enjoying this one. We are basically following a world where there are jinn and there are also humans, and they kind of live in harmony, kind of not. I got this one because I decided to buddy read it with Danny, and we are doing that. But I am enjoying it so much that I am just so happy that I got it, because I am having the best time with it, and I will definitely be keeping the book and not resell it, if that does make sense. So into... oh my god. The size of the pile this one goes. We just have one last one. And this is... you have seen it most likely on one of my videos. I have read this book, gave it 4.5 or something like that. No, I think it was a little bit less. But this is The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lin Tan. I really enjoyed this book. This is the type of mythology retellings that I enjoy. I enjoyed the way that it was written. I enjoyed the way that they portrayed the gods. And especially I enjoyed this retelling with some creativity from the author. So definitely a book that I will be keeping in my collection, but also getting the next books onto the series, because I think there is a novella in the second book, so I need to get them. And I know the next one is orange and yellow, if I'm not wrong. So definitely something that I will keep an eye out to see if I find in secondhand. And these, friends, were the 13 books that I got recently. Honestly, 14 with the Fourth Wing one that is not on the pile. Honestly, I might have gotten more, but these are the ones that I actually remembered that I got and haven't showed you. I also have one more, but that one is not with me in here at the moment, so I don't know what it is. Well, I know what it is, but I just don't want to go and get it. It will be on a future book haul. No worries. But these, friends, this is all that I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. There are a lot of book hauls out there, but I thought it was finally time for me to share with you the books that I have been purchasing recently, and now I just have to go and put these into their places. So friends, until the next time, I hope you have an amazing day, night or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on my next one. So bye, friends!